people, cats, dogs, and ducks, and anything else with listening parts. You are listening to Don't Be a Taco. I am Melissa, happy to be here and happy to be breathing air. You are going to be listening to me having a chat with one of my best friends of about 18 years, my sister from another mister, Liz. This was our first time sitting down to chat on the mics and get a feel for what it's like to record a conversation. So here we go. Let's get into the episode. So now we're on.
Yes, I guess we should have just randomly talked before.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I don't know to talk about under pressure.
No pressure. There's just a headset on your head and a microphone in your face and all these levels moving around in front of us. What's your favorite emoji?
That thinking one.
Which one?
The thinking one.
Oh, I thought you said Lincoln. I was like, what Lincoln? What's that? I'm like, that's new. Well, I wonder who uses that one.
The Lincoln.
The Lincoln. I've been thinking.
Or delete this. No,
Edit.
I don't know. Let me think. What else is there?
When was it? When? So this podcast is called "Don't Be a Taco," right?
Right.
This is the first time I'm trying to record it. We might air it. We might not.
We'll probably not.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'm signing the contract. So I do not.
So she's gonna give me a heart attack. So when was a time that you were a taco? What? Oh, so maybe we should explain why. People are probably like, "What the hell are they talking about?"
You can't just ask me
fish
these
taco,
questions.
Meat taco.
Yeah, there's lots of
Veggie tacos are good. I like black bean.
Tacos usually please everybody, and you don't want to please everybody.
Right. So, Don't Be a Taco is about reminding you to show the love, but don't let's see. Let the love show, but don't be a taco. So the whole idea came from, I'll tell the story. So I have a sign in my kitchen, and the sign says, "You can't please everyone. You are not a taco." I had a conversation with a friend once who was over exerting himself and trying to please everybody, right? And I told him, I said, "Don't you remember that sign in my kitchen?" I said, "Don't be a taco."
Right.
So there was a call back on that, another conversation that me and him had later, and he's like, "I'm going to go try not to be a taco."
And it carried on from there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just, I have the sign there, and I look at it, and I read it once in a while, because it's in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like tacos. I eat those.
Well, I guess you don't want to be just any taco. You want to be the taco that you want to be. I don't. If I want to be, if I don't want to be a fish taco.
You don't have to be a fish taco. You can build your taco with whatever you'd like to put inside that damn thing. You could just.
I did like when I was at work though, and I was like Choco Taco, and then how I said the chakra taco.
Yeah, I looked that up because I couldn't remember exactly what it was. It was the dessert with the chocolate on top.
Yeah, from Taco Bell.
Yeah. Oh, they were at Taco Bell?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think they sold them other places.
Like the ice cream man.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
But I remember them from Taco Bell.
Did you chase down the ice cream man whenever you were?
No. He just stopped for us. We didn't have to chase him.
You know. Like, did you run out to go get ice cream?
Sometimes.
What did you get?
Well, I remember getting a banana split the first time in Harrison Village.
A whole banana split from
Yeah.
from an ice cream truck.
Yeah, I remember it.
That's cool.
That was a long
we
time
didn't
ago.
have banana splits.
I was the first banana split I ever had, and it was from like an ice cream truck or whatever. It was from.
What area were you in?
I was in Harrison Village in McKeesport, in the ghetto, at my stepdad's mom's house.
That's insane.
You don't have to shut the book on me.
my podcast guest book. I closed it. You can hear like trucks outside. I wonder if they could pick up on that on this.
I don't know, but
We'll find out.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'll definitely listen to it. But
did you say they'll definitely listen?
no,
to
I
it?
will.
Oh, I thought you said the truckers outside.
Yeah. I just ask random truckers to come and like listen to the podcast before I air them because their opinion matters so much.
Some of them do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they actually do. I have to give it up for.
Yeah.
I have to give it up for some truckers out there, but we'll just leave it at that. 'Cause I don't want to go down that road right now.
Yeah, I'm not really too knowledgeable on the whole situation either.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm not here to say I know everything.
Right.
I'm just here to have a good time and have a conversation and share ideas. That's it. And maybe make fun of those ideas. And then maybe like talk about not being a taco.
Talk about.
Taco about. We got to taco about it. We got to talk about it. Or that.
I don't think it caught that.
No, I heard it. Just a little bit though. Just a little bit.
That was a burp. They're not going to know what that was.
Yeah. Have to explain.
That's why there's editing.
Right. So if something goes flat or whatever, we could just edit it out. But where were we going? Oh, the taco story.
For a minute, I was about to be like, "What happened with the yard?" No, I'm just kidding. Because we started that conversation.
Where are those tire tracks? What was it? We were talking earlier and having a conversation, and it took like 8 times to get to the original story.
So sidetracked.
ADHD, ADBD, CDB, ABZ.
LBTQ.
Oh my! So anyway, the tacos, right? So
Yeah.
I'll just finish the taco story.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. It was my laugh. It was my laugh. Okay.
That's okay.
Oops.
So what's that sound like to them when you clip?
I think it just like blanks out. Yeah. So I'm just learning the software. So bear with me. Anyone who might ever listen to this ever.
I'll be playing this shit at my funeral.
Yeah, I'll play episode 1 of Don't Be a Taco while everyone's lined up to go see you. Please bring your mountain hot sauce.
Do you like tacos or do you like burritos?
Enchiladas. There was a play in school that when I was in Catholic school when I was growing up that we had to learn some song, and like, one of my teachers came up with like a parody with Mexican food with it, and it was like, we've got tacos and burritos, enchiladas and tostitos, chimichangas and something. I can't remember the rest, but that's how it went.
I was like, is this from South Park?
I don't know.
No, I know.
I was like 6th, 7th grade or something. I don't think South Park existed. So the taco story.
Yeah.
So I've been working on getting this podcast started, and then I've been nervous about it and anxious about it, and I have some guests lined up, and I was gonna come on by myself. I was thinking about just coming on by myself and just talking, and the mic and just getting used to, doing this and not feeling weird about it or whatever. So I've been marinating on it and thinking about what I would talk about. In the last few days, I've really been thinking about it, and I've just been really hesitant. Well, this morning, I am laying in bed cuddling with my awesome dog, Bambina. So anyway, I'm laying in bed, and I live in a very small house. It's a concrete block house, and in my kitchen, I have the sign I mentioned. Anyway, I'm laying in bed and I hear this noise, and I'm the only one that lives here. And my dog's with me, and she's not even rambunctious. Like, she doesn't go mess things up. She lays on the couch or anywhere else she can fit. So we both pop our heads up and like, what's that? I'm thinking, well, if somebody was gonna break in, I would know within 5 seconds, because that's how small it is here. No one's in the house. So laid back down. A little while later, I get up and I walk out and I'm looking around. I'm looking around the house and I'm like, what fell? And then I walk into the kitchen and the sign that says you can't please everyone, don't be a taco, was laying in the middle of my kitchen floor. In the middle. And it's like hanging on the wall, which is like 5, 6, 7 feet.
Yeah.
Plus, there's a countertop that the sign is above. I'll take a picture and put it on there. I'll even take a picture of where it is and put it on there. And it's just this little wooden sign that I got at Marshall's.
Yeah, and the door wasn't open.
Kohl's.
There's no wind.
There's no wind, no door open. It's a solid wall. And this sign has never fallen off the wall since I put it up. And it just hangs on one little nail. And it has never fallen off the wall.
Until you were thinking about that moment.
Until I start contemplating all this, I get everything set up. I figure out a name. I start figuring out what our logo is going to probably look like. And I'm hesitating to get on the mic. And literally, I got a sign.
Literally.
like, don't be a taco. So here we are, sitting here, trying it out.
Kathuru.
I
think it's a band that I don't listen to. I just like the shirt.
I just like the shirt.
You were talking about wearing your Pittsburgh shirt so people know, or your Penn shirt when you go out.
Yeah.
And I remember I was wearing a shirt because I barely pay attention when I get dressed in the morning sometimes. And somebody was trying to talk to me about this hockey team. And I was wondering why. It was like a high school team somewhere. No clue. I was like, why is he telling me this? And it was because it was on my shirt. Later in the day, I was like, I had no clue why this person was randomly telling me about this.
I don't know a lot about a lot of sports. I know a little bit. I played basketball and soccer when I was a kid, but basketball, high school, junior high.
Yeah.
But anyway, I didn't go to college that had like teams, but I had a cousin and a friend who went to Penn State. So I quickly found out about the We Are Penn State. And I remember like I just ran, like I think I might have been out one night, or maybe I was at Kennywood being a scare actor, and I went up to them. I was like, "We are," and they just stared at me, and I was like, "We are," and they nothing, and I was like, "Penn State," and it was like, just. I was like, all right, wah wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
I know how to do that on the guitar.
Yeah. Wah, 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 wah.
Did you play any instruments when you were in school?
I played a trumpet for a little bit in like fourth
Just
grade.
one?
Yep, just one.
Did you have one of your own, or did you use it at school?
Yeah, we rented one. My mom had to rent it.
That's so interesting. Rent. I guess there's like a different mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Switch 'em
Yeah, I
off.
don't know how that works.
You're not swap and spit.
You should
with
get
the
to keep
clarinet
it.
Players.
There is definitely a lot of spit in a trumpet though too. And I probably only know how to play like one song, but that taught me.
Was it Hot Cross Buns?
No, Beethoven's Ode to Joy.
Oh, good job. Yeah.
Yeah. But because of that, then I taught myself how to play it. You remember Mario, the one game where you can make music? You could set stuff up where it was like birds and stuff, and he jumped and made music.
Yeah.
So because I played the trumpet, I kind of learned how to read music a little bit, but I don't think I do now. It would come back to me if I, but
music theory's tough. That's what I was learning with the
the guitar is different.
Ex-guitar teacher.
Yes, but I think like trumpet, piano, some of them are the same.
I do remember
that like had different games on it. Same notes.
Oh yeah, and then like different keys.
Yeah,
and chords.
So it's like I know how to play Ode to Joy on everything.
Are there chords when it comes to? I don't know anything about brass instruments.
No.
Are there chords? There's no chords.
I mean, it's just like A, C.
Like there's not like a multiple. Like if you hit like two buttons down.
Yeah.
and then that's like a
Yeah, it's like each. Yeah, like
does
A.
it still only make one? It only makes like one honk.
Right? Yeah, but
It
each one's
doesn't, like,
different. And
yeah.
then I think there's even like a little side. I can't even remember.
Like the slide. Oh, that's a trombone. I knew somebody that played trombone. Well, he went to. I graduated with him. He was in the band. He played trombone.
I wish I would have practiced with more instruments. I want to get Millie into that School of Rock so she can experiment with
That would
different
be awesome.
to see what
I'm
she's
jealous. Could I go with her?
good. Her age group's on hiatus right now because of COVID still.
Well, we'll just like dress her up and make her look a little older, and she can come in with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see it would be so hard being a teacher with some 3 and 5-year-olds though, playing some instruments.
When did you start playing video games?
That's Nintendo.
Nintendo was your first one.
Yeah.
What did you like? What was like your first one that you were like addicted to? Was it Mario 1?
Yeah, it was Mario. I remember playing Donkey Kong a lot, but was that the later
The
Nintendo?
Donkey Kong Junior.
Yeah, was that? And then there's Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, yeah, that was more. That was like a different
Yeah, that was a
type
later.
of play though. Yeah.
I've always played video games. I remember having the VR, like the old school VR set, but it was like either green or red. It was like not like it is today, but you put it over your face, and you could play like Pong or play like simple games, but it was like right there.
Oh, I never did that.
I was real young when I had it.
Huh.
I remember my grandma buying me all the PlayStations. I remember the one PlayStation only costing $120. The system.
I had an Etch a Sketch. No, I actually, whenever I was younger, I don't know what the brand is or anything, but I had this little computer. It looked like it was built like a computer, but it had like these games like Hangman and stuff on it.
Yeah.
Do you remember stuff like
Yeah,
that?
I do remember something like that.
I missed that thing.
Yeah,
I
that
wish
was
I
fun.
knew what it was called so I could look it up. And now a word from our sponsors. Do you have a dog? Does it poop? Mine does. Do you know what I do when my dog poops? I call my poopsies. I call Poopsies Pet Services. They're serving the Allegheny County area. If you are feeling trapped when your dog takes a crap, there's no need to fear. Poopsies Pet Services is here. They will clean up your yard and remove the waste that your pet makes. Give them a call today, tomorrow, or even next Tuesday. Their number is 412-482-4600. Text the word Poopsies to 85100 for special offers and updates, or you could email them at poopsies412@gmail.com. That's POOPSIES 412@gmail.com. Give them a call and get your yard cleaned up because you know it's dirt. This episode is also brought to you by Zach's Bike Shop. They're located in McKeesport, Pennsylvania. 3014 Walnut Street, McKeesport, PA is the address. The phone number is 412-751-5278 if you want to give them a call before you head down there. They have brand new bikes, a ton of brand new bikes, Marins, Giant, and they can work on your bike if you have one already. So if you want a bike or need a bike or you already have a bike, you could head down there and they can help you out. They're really great guys. They know what they're doing. So go check them out in McKeesport, Pennsylvania on Walnut Street, Zach's Bike Shop.
We were watching a movie the other day and I saw a stuffed animal in it. And I was like, what's that from?
Popples. Is it a popple?
No, he sent me a picture of it because I was like, it was driving me nuts.
Bambina turns into a popple sometimes when
Listen.
she's curled up on the couch. Oh, I had one.
Yeah,
my
so-
little monster.
Yeah, but
my favorite.
my pet monster.
My pet monster.
But so it's not from a show? or
Yeah, there was a
anything?
cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love that thing. I was just looking that up the other day.
Yeah, so I'm surprised
And
I
I
never
had the
saw
cuffs.
Monster Squad. I thought I saw Monster Squad, the movie. Did you ever see that? It's it's really old, but I thought I seen it, but I didn't. And this was in it. You were gonna look up that game where you played Hangman and the kid
Oh.
computer. I don't know how you would word it to look it up though. But it was driving me nuts, and then he sent this to me he's like, this is a toy you were talking.
No, that's. Oh, I tried.
she searched one time.
I searched
And she
once.
searched brown kids.
No, it doesn't. Oh. I didn't mean
Oh,
it like that.
racist.
Come on. Stop it. What did I even...
And it gave you one brown kid.
Oh my God.
I don't know, she's like Mexican.
Is this going to show up in my history? No.
It's gonna be used against you later.
Yeah. What was I putting in? Brown computer.
Well,
Well, how did that even come up? Huh?
Just for
Maybe
brown
I-
kids
maybe-
from the 80s. Brown kids go computers. That's funny.
Oh, kids' computers. What I meant, like apostrophe S, like the brown. I see. Well, that's where I swear I have
Punctuation.
dyslexia. Well, no, because I should have said kids' brown computer.
You're like brown kids.
I
computer.
do that. I do that all the time with stuff. Like I switch words. I put like the end of the sentence at the beginning, and then after I write it, and I'm like, I gotta fucking rearrange it, and then, like it's like a puzzle.
I do that too.
You know, I challenge myself constantly. What the? How was Mario? When Mario was in the 80s? Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess it did start in the 80s, huh? So whenever I finally got mine, because my cousins got theirs before I got mine.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm like, what is it? Never mind. Good.
what?
Let's look at that. Look at that lady with the green boobs there. I was like, what game is that?
Swords and Souls. I don't know. I don't.
That's
I
not.
don't
That
know
shouldn't
what
come up for a kids game.
Yeah, it doesn't look very kid friendly. Are those tarot cards? No, they're not tarot cards.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's
Where
showing
it's
us the
at.
pattern of us
Beck.
talking.
Where it's at. I have to reference everything. Like everything's a reference or a horrible pun. I can't help myself.
That's okay. I just don't get. I don't get a lot of them. A lot of puns
You don't
or
get 'em?
reference. Some of them. I hate. Or like at work when people try to hit me with some of them, and I'm like, ah.
Do you get it and you're just not amused?
Or no, sometimes I
you
don't get
just-
it.
It just goes over your head.
Yeah,
and you're
sometimes
like,
it
I
goes
don't-
over my head, and sometimes people are just bad at telling them, though.
Yeah. Like one of my favorite ones is like, you know, I was out in the garage the other day, and I don't even know how to say this right without like actually showing you as a prop or whatever. But like I have a ladder out there, and it's like a real ladder, but I never met my step ladder.
Yeah. You know, and it took. I don't know how old I swear. I guess I'd never used the phrase to go with the ladder. You know, like go with the.
with the
So
ladder.
then I
Yeah.
was texting the HR on what I should tell the boss, and I'm like rambling like I do, and then he's just like, "Go with the ladder," and I was like, "Did he spell something wrong?" So I'm like, I Google it, and I was like, "What?" So then after that, I heard it everywhere, and I can't remember what that's called.
It's
once you
like-
learn something,
It's like when you
what's
buy
that called?
a car, and then all
Yeah.
of a sudden you see them.
That's called
everywhere.
something.
Like
I can't remember.
everybody's buying my. It's not something Mandela effect.
No,
That's something
it's
different.
something else, but I can't remember
I don't
what
know.
it's
How do
called.
you-
But after that,
sorry.
I felt really dumb. I was like, I hear
How
this
did
saying everywhere. How did that? Were people just saying it to me, and I didn't know what they're talking
Like
about?
you just like whatever. Maybe you got it and didn't know
Before,
you got
whenever
it.
he texted, I thought he meant do something later. I thought he was and then he said go with the ladder, and I was like, I was like, I should never even. I should never even admit that I didn't know this word.
Does he want me to go out with a ladder?
I was like, I never meant it. Like the second. It's like, oh my gosh.
What am I supposed to do with the ladder? Is there a shelf?
And that made me think, though, how many other words do I hear on a daily that I don't know what they mean? You know what I mean? That I
Oh,
just let
yeah.
them go and without thinking about it.
Right. Yeah. I can't think of anything at the moment. Maybe something will come up, but I've done that plenty of
I'm
times.
just surprised it happened at 37. That's all. That I heard this word and that's used pretty
You
often.
mean you've heard all the words?
All of them, almost. In the English language.
All the important ones.
That's when we were talking about learning a second language at work. And I was like, I barely know English.
Right? Yeah, I have a hard time Englishing.
Englishing.
I don't know if I could Spanish. I mean, I could do some Spanish. I cheated my way through Spanish too. Sorry, Miss Galeco, or whoever it was. I think it was Miss Galeco. No, it was Miss. Her name was. We called her Nellie Bobo. I think she worked at like Macy's too. this older
Poor teachers can't
lady.
even survive
She
on one
had
salary.
a bird called Bobo,
Yeah.
and man, everybody would give her a hard time. The one time I came into class, like the bell rang and I was coming in to sit down for class, and the other class was leaving,
Mm-hmm.
and this girl, I knew her. I grew up with her. She was giving her a hard time, and the teacher took her shoe off. Nellie Bobo was chasing her with a shoe out of the room, and I was just sitting in my seat like watching.
You can't do that now.
No,
You'd be in jail.
I don't think she made contact, but she chased her out of the room. It was funny. Yeah, I cheated.
I
my
feel
way
like
through.
people didn't respect my Spanish teacher either. I can't remember her name, but I remember like when
Was
she
like
turned her back.
Spanish, or
Yeah.
like was like foreign or something?
I think so. Maybe that's why. But it was McKeesport. I guess you went to Clarion.
Well, yeah, it's not too different. Just bigger.
McKeesport's
McKeesport's just
bigger.
bigger. It's Clarivin's bigger. But
I got lost during the times, like when we had to learn time, because I felt like it was confusing. I felt like they were subtracting and adding. I was like, why are they doing all this math? Just tell me what the clock says in Spanish.
Oh.
That's when I gave up. I was like, I ain't doing this.
You should have seen my arm in Spanish too. Like I would have full sentences with the translation written on my whole forearm, and I would make sure I wore long sleeves, of course. Somebody was like, "Well, how did nobody see that?" I was like, "Well, I wore long sleeves."
Yeah, but you're slowly getting to the last answer.
I think I sat in the back. I don't know. It was just I after Spanish 1, I just couldn't do it anymore. Like, no habla español anymore. I don't know. I couldn't do it. But I mean, it's definitely beneficial if you know how to speak more than one language.
Yeah, Tessa took Mandarin.
It's. I think my friend. I think my friend Katie knows that because she went to China.
That'd be pretty interesting. I don't even know if Tessa, if anything, stuck. You know, she
ever spoken?
She took it for like 2 years. I don't even know if I ever heard her say it.
Was this in college or was this in high school?
High school.
Oh, we didn't have Mandarin in our high school.
No, I didn't have it either.
Spanish and French.
We had
and English.
I think we had German. I think we had German, French.
Einstein.
I almost said English.
Like we know that
it's a given.
Cool Runnings.
I remember I took speech to try to get over speaking in front of classes, you know, in front of people. And then I remember I borrowed my mom's jacket or something like that, and I wasn't supposed to lose it. And then I left it in a previous class, and then I had to give a speech, and I was about to cry, but it's because I was scared about my jacket that I lost, not that I was talking in front of people.
He was. Who cares about that? It's in front of hundreds of people. I lost my jacket.
Yeah, I was like about to cry. Then after that, somebody found it, and I was like, I probably got an F.
That's funny. And Sesame Street taught me how to count to 10. What was that, Maria and
the Count?
Not the Count. Not no. I mean in Spanish. Not that guy.
They could be a Spanish vampire.
I think if I remember correctly, I think the bit was, I mean, it was Sesame Street. I don't know if you call it a bit, but whatever. It was like, you know, the part of that show whenever they would put it on. I think she was like dancing around a peach ballroom dress.
I don't remember.
Going, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Maybe.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's how I learned how to count to 10 in Spanish. Maria from Sesame Street.
I remember some colors. Anaranjado.
Thank you.
Orange.
It sounded like you were.
It's orange.
It sounded like you were hitting on me.
Anaranjado.
Oh, anaranjado.
I'm probably saying it wrong.
That's orange? Oh, Oranjo. Oranjo?
Anaranjado.
Rama ding dong. I don't know. Santana? There's anaranjado on the Santana.
Oh.
I have to say this because nobody can see it. I have my dad's albums framed and on the wall in the room where we do the podcast. So
yeah, you could take a picture of that and share it too.
Yeah, that's what. See, what I want to do is like somebody comes in, take a few pictures. One will be a photo in front of this wall where all the albums are, because it's pretty much the coolest wall in here. And then, like, depending on what they do, like if they're a musician, maybe we'll play, or I'll have them like sing one of their original songs, or take a picture with them with the guitar. I'm having a mountain biker on. Supposed to have him out. He's not officially scheduled yet, but I sent him email today, and if he comes on, like we'll probably take pictures on the bike.
Yeah.
If he has time, because I think he's coming from like an hour and a half away, if I'm thinking correctly. So if we make a day of it, maybe we'll like get on our bikes and stuff, and take some video or pictures or
I was
something.
like, how do you do a podcast on your bike?
Well, no, very carefully.
That would be wild if you had like you were trying to hold that mic over.
Well, I guess you would just like have to take your phone and put it on that thing. Like you'd both be on Zoom.
Yeah.
And then you'd be on Zoom riding your bikes like next to each other. It'd be like that movie. What was it? Don't Be a Menace to South Central, when they're like on the cell phones. They're like,
listen to your podcast.
I don't know yet. Actually, this is like first recording, so I think I'm gonna have a Patreon account. I don't have a Don't Be a Taco.
Sometime. You know.
You know. Do you know?
I don't. The more I think I know, the less I know.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm trying to get into the mindset. Like I've been thinking about, like what am I gonna say? So I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, listening to a lot of. I love Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, I like Jordan Peterson. It's weird because I feel like I didn't discover him until a year ago.
Yeah.
And when I heard him, I didn't take him seriously because his voice reminded me of Glenn from Cloud 9. I don't know if you ever saw that Superstore. He's the manager on that, and he always sounds really like he's about to cry. And that's how he sounds. So when I heard Jordan Peterson, I couldn't take him serious. I just pictured Glenn about to cry, and Jordan Peterson's always about to cry. You know.
Well, there's times he gets he's passionate about what he does. That's what's awesome. Like, he doesn't get a lot of the respect that I think he deserves.
He's getting up there.
Yeah. I mean, obviously.
I don't know how long he's
like
been
the
doing.
Most popular.
I don't know how he got.
Right now.
I don't know how he got to where he is.
He started recording his seminars, like his speeches in his classes.
Oh, okay.
Well, I forget what the right word is for that. My vocabulary.
Yeah, he is really good though. I like him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Why was I saying that?
Because you were talking about what podcast you were listening to.
Oh, yeah, I was listening to, of course, Joe Rogan. So I love him, and I'll listen to a lot of him. I listen to Theo Vaughn a lot too. I relate to him. I even sent him Cycletopia T-shirts for his birthday.
I don't know who that is.
Theo Vaughn's a comedian.
Okay.
I didn't know. I did not know that he was like on TV before he started doing his podcast. I just started listening to his podcast. A friend of mine told me that he liked him as a comedian.
Yeah.
So I looked him up and watched a few things. I was like, yeah, he's funny. And then he had a good story. And then I started noticing, like, he has his own, it's called This Past Weekend. So he has a podcast on YouTube. I don't know where else it is.
Probably on Spotify, maybe, no?
I never looked him up on Spotify. I think he's on page. Right now it's just Cycletopia, which is another project, we'll call it, of mine. It's kind of like a plethora of me trying to figure out what I want to do. And there's T-shirts and decals, and it's a really awesome logo.
Yeah, it's positive.
Yeah, it's a state of mind. Cycletopia is a state of mind. And so whatever cycle you're on in life, you just keep pushing, try to get over those anxieties. Don't be too hard on yourself, though.
Well,
like, 'cause when I'm, it all came from mountain biking. I know we're like going from this to this.
No,
to
it's
this.
fine. This is what we do.
Yeah, it is. We'll go back to. I should probably start taking notes. Like, oh, we need to go back to this.
You can re-listen to this.
Around. But
we usually do, but it takes like 2 hours to circle back.
Yeah, it does. And we only have 1 hour and
I ain't staying
20
that
something
long.
minutes
I can't stay that long.
No, you got 15 minutes.
Yeah. But we'll do this again soon.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not
too bad. I mean, I just.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to
get
listen
used
to
to
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like to hear myself.
I always. No, I don't want to talk about that. Now everybody's like, well, what is it that you want to talk about?
There's lots of
It's
stuff.
not that interesting. We'll just say that. Yeah, but what was I saying?
It's just about being confident and or
Oh, before the Cycletopia
yeah.
thing.
About the YouTube. I asked what platforms you would use.
Oh yeah. So there's going to be YouTube, and I will use Spotify. I just haven't looked into it yet, so I just have to see what it all entails. I don't know yet.
Yeah, with their ads.
Like I don't know if it's free. I don't know if you have to pay. I don't know any of that yet. I haven't done the research on that part of it.
I feel like the people who use Spotify have to give ads for them. You know, like
Yeah.
how
I do have two sponsors for this podcast. So Poopsies, Poopsies Pet Services is a pet service in the Allegheny County area, and they will come scoop the poop in your yard.
I was like, what is that? Man, that was messing with me. I was like,
All of a sudden, there's
there's a
Stapleton.
voice somewhere.
I'll answer. I'll call him back. I guess I'm gonna have to
What's
like.
the second sponsor?
That's
Yeah, you
like another lesson learned. Like turn your phone off when
yeah,
you're doing
no
a podcast.
interruptions. You have to make sure the dog went out
Yeah.
to pee. You know.
Yeah, Bina's I'm gonna let her. Because that's another picture I want people to take. Like people want to take a picture of her.
Yeah.
And she could be like a little mascot type. We'll have to get her like a taco apron, a taco thing or something.
She'd be a big taco.
Yeah, she's a hot dog.
I was just trying to think. I mean, I pretty much started with last podcast, and then I don't feel like
You're
I
the
went
one-
anywhere.
I think like you when you started listening to that
I
stuff.
can't stop listening to
And
them.
there's something about you and my technology and like my what's the word I'm looking for? Like my timeline of the technology that I remember when MySpace came out
Yeah.
and you would come over my house when I still lived at home. This was
It's just because my page
15,
was so
16,
cool.
17 years ago. Yeah, but you'd come over my house and get on my brother's computer and you'd be sitting on MySpace and I'm like, come on, don't you want to let's go? Like, what are you doing over there? And I'm just sitting there waiting for her to get off the damn computer. Like, what are you doing? And then you're like, it's MySpace, blah, 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 blah.
I was
And then I
probably
get
talking
on
to
there
Roger.
and then I went through like a 5-year.
I'm sorry. Don't blame me for your MySpace issues.
I blame you. I blame you hard.
Should have stayed out of MySpace. That probably wasn't good though, because I mean, yeah, I met Roger through that. That was a horrible relationship, and you had a horrible situation with who you met through that. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, I
It
don't
don't
know if
matter.
I want to talk about that.
no,
right
we don't have to. We could talk about relationships. We can have a whole episode based on
Yeah,
relationships.
We'll save that
That
for
I'm sure
another
we'll
one.
sidetrack 10,000,000 times because
Yeah.
they're all horrible. No, I'm just kidding. They're not all horrible.
The good ones only lasted 2 to 3 months.
It's weird. I feel like a lot of mine either last 3 months and then that's it, or they're like 3 years.
Well, that's because it's the honeymoon phase. So 3 months is your honeymoon phase, and then once it gets past, if it gets past that, then there's something keeping you there,
Yeah.
right? And then it goes like for long term. But then 4 months. Okay.
My downhill in relationships, I mean, not that this is the relationship episode, but is when their mom dies. That's when my relationships go downhill. And I wasn't supportive enough. So I got to find someone whose mother's already
I had
dead.
that problem with my with the one that caused me, the most recent long one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't die,
But she
I
was
think
sick.
she had like a heart attack or something, and all of a sudden I was like, everything I did wasn't good enough, and I didn't know how to act, I didn't know how to treat, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
maybe I don't like.
Maybe I don't.
I don't know. I'm in Ohio. Like I'm in what do you want me to do? I'm in fucking Ohio. I'm trying to do this thing that I paid for a week. I was at a juggling festival.
You
And
started
then-
yelling. I was like, you're gonna quit.
And now we segue away from relationships and save that for another day.
Yeah, we'll save that for
So,
another day.
I started
Because
juggling.
we'll start
when I was
repeating
29.
stuff. There'll be duplicate conversations with that.
All right, so since you're gonna leave soon, we're gonna okay. So let's see. I'll save that one for another time too.
Mm.
What like something from your past, like candy. What candies did you like?
I mean, I still like sweet tarts, but they hurt my teeth if I eat too many.
Just too many, or like
In
the first
general, if
one?
I eat, no, I have to eat too many. And then later in the
What's
day, my
too
teeth will
many?
start
How,
to hurt. I
what's
don't
too
know. I
many
didn't
sweet
count
tarts?
them.
3 packs? 2 packs? Like two seems like
I mean,
pretty
it's usually the
doable.
box.
Oh,
You know,
like
so I'll
once you get
sit
to
there
that
at work and I'll
last
start
one.
nibbling them. I don't eat a whole box.
Oh, you're eating. See, they come in boxes now. We remember they
Yeah.
came in the little wraps,
Yeah.
those little
Oh,
clear
they're like the.
plastic wraps. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. I'm thinking, how many of those? Because that's like a serving, right? That's like a smart sweet tart serving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they made them like that. I mean, one of those you should have been okay. Should have been like in the '80s or whenever they came out. '70s.
What's your favorite flavor of sweet tart?
Oh god, they kind of all taste the same. I would just start shoveling
I don't
them
know.
all
I
in
like
my mouth.
I
and
like
they
the
would just,
yellow and the green.
I would make a cocktail of them.
I feel like I like the yellow and the green together. They don't taste the same to
Wait,
me.
I don't. Oh, yeah, they're the like the chalky, like little tiny things, right?
Yeah, they're like
the little round ones.
yeah, they're round.
I can't. I Tars. What?
Yeah, see, that's the box. Okay,
Okay,
I see what you mean.
Yeah, these
Those are
ones.
Smarties.
Oh, smart. I'm thinking of Smarties.
Yeah.
Sweet tarts.
Yes.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, so I thought you were talking about how they come in the tube right there.
Do they have chewy ones?
Yeah, they do now,
I
but they
love
didn't
that.
then.
Remember Wacky Wafers? Do you remember Wacky Wafers?
Why are they so expensive? For $45? A 36-piece box? What the?
Where?
$45?
This.
Yeah. I was like, why is it so expensive?
Oh, 36-piece box, so 36 of these.
That's still a lot to me. Why is it more
Maybe,
than $1 a
you know
roll?
what I found out from my friend who sells stuff on.
That's ridiculous.
Listen. So what I $45.
That's more than $1 a thing.
Right.
That's what. That's too much.
That's inflation for you. Can't even buy sweet tarts anymore.
Damn Russians. No, I'm just kidding.
Sweet tarts or gas. Pick one. Pick one. What you gonna go with? It's a hard
Sweet tarts.
choice. I don't know. But what was I gonna say? What I found out recently from my friend that I was talking to earlier, because he sells stuff online as like to make money, is like if I guess he's not the only one that does it, but like if you're out of stock on something and you're waiting to get more in or whatever, they like go back in instead of deleting the product altogether because they know they're going to get more.
Mm-hmm.
They put the price up to like a ridiculous amount so no one will buy it.
Yeah.
So that could be why. But I mean, $45 isn't
Says
that
there's only
high.
8 available.
Then I told, remember that Wayfair thing
Yeah.
where people they were trying like doing the human trafficking, or at least that's
Yeah,
what
that's
the
a-
conspiracy theory was.
Yeah, Wayfair's still around, so I doubt it. It's still around.
Right. But I did go on there and found like some piece of furniture that was like way overpriced.
Yeah,
and I
some
was
of them
like,
are really weirdy.
that's definitely the price of a human, but not like a couch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it was weird. Yeah, it was weird because like I tested it and found a piece or two there. And I think I sent it to Mike. I was like, look at this. I was like, what is this? I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know.
Like, is
I
there
don't
a
know
kid
what
in
I
this?
Think about this? Is there a kid in the cushions of the couch? Like,
They're comfy sometimes. Some of them.
it might be like, I don't know, refrigerated or I don't know. Not refrigerated. It wouldn't be refrigerated. That'd be like a dead kid, right?
I mean, they're probably dead if they're in the couch.
Well, maybe it's just like a facade. Like the couch is a facade, and there's really like this clear bubble that the kid's in, being taken care of or whatever. On that note,
Anyways, candy wise,
yeah,
my taste upgraded. My boyfriend thinks I'm a foodie because like he was like, oh, so what kind of candy do you like? Do you like chocolate? And I was like, yeah, around like 56% cacao to 70. He was like, what the fuck? So then the next day,
percentage of cocoa,
yeah,
in your
cacao. And then the next day he had a bag of Dove 70%. And my favorite movie, Uncut.
Aw.
Yeah.
How do you do? She's single for 5 seconds and she finds a boyfriend.
It wasn't. I've been going through hell for a year.
Well, yeah, but still, like you were basically like.
I signed up for that dating site, and I was like,
It's like the first.
I had to
you're like, oh, this
Google.
one's good, and
It
then
was
you
a
just,
second.
like,
I had to Google if I swipe left or right. I'm like, did it even
I
tell me
know,
which way?
you
I was like, I hope I'm not going the wrong way on these people.
That's hilarious. I remember you telling you asked me or you told me?
Yeah, I had to Google it.
Yeah,
I didn't know which
you
way to
told me
swipe
about it. You told
because I
me.
didn't remember telling. I was like, which way seems like like.
Right is left is
Well, I'm left-handed, so that seems like that would be the good way to go for me. If I'm gonna go right,
yeah.
then I feel like
right is right.
I feel like right, I'm shoving them out, and left, I'm gonna keep them
here. That does make kind of. I know.
Yeah,
what you
right.
mean.
I'm just gonna get rid of them.
Yeah, but the word
I
right
know, yeah.
is like right.
And I think I accidentally sent Paul like that super Bumble thing that you like beeline to somebody. I think I accidentally sent that, and I was like, and then when he
I
said,
don't know what that part is.
yeah, I don't know. It's like when you like I guess I don't know what it is either. I was only on this thing for like, but it said
maybe it's like I want you and no one else.
yeah,
Beeline.
it said a
is.
beeline, and there was like a B next to his name, and then I'm like, did he send this to me?
I
Did I send it to
don't
him?
even-
I was like, I think I did it by accident, and then I was like, he's not even my type. And then I started talking to him.
And,
I'm like, oh, he's a ginger. No,
yeah. It's fun. You know what? I don't know what it is, and I'm not against gingers. I dated a ginger. You know, I'm not against gingers. I used to dye my hair red all the time.
It's not a real
All different
ginger.
shades.
No, fake
I'm
ass
a ginger
ginger.
deep down, but. No, I'm not against gingers whatsoever. But it just seems like there's a lot of them left. Yeah, like, because we're a little older, right?
Yeah.
We're not in our 20s. You know, we're not spring chickens, and we're like, life is wonderful, great.
A lot of
flowers all
single
the time,
gingers.
and we haven't been through, like, our little hearts have been broken maybe once in high school. Yeah. Like, there's still, like, a lot of single people in that part of your life.
Yeah.
You know, when you start to get in your upper 30s into your 40s, there's less and less single people that you would consider going out with.
Right.
The availability isn't so great. The supply and demand is way different than
Oh, it is for sure.
than when you're 20. So, but there seems like a lot of them are redheads.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of gingers or
Yeah.
bald people.
Especially with beards, bald or not.
I mean, I like beards.
Oh, I don't care. I love beards. Yeah, I love beards. Most beards I like. Yeah. I had an art teacher named Mr. Beard.
Mr.
That's the kind of random I am, and I had to do it. So I'm like, this is me. I have to say it out loud.
Do you remember when me, you, and Janelle went out and we were like talking about the types of guys we liked, and we were like, we would never have to worry about liking each other's type of guy because Janelle was black and she liked preppy white guys, and you preferred black guys then, and I preferred the white guys who acted black. It was like a certain type, like we each had a certain type then that are definitely way different now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about Janelle's type now. I can't speak for her.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's completely different.
completely different.
Yeah.
It is weird how you grow and you change, and I don't know, your tastes change.
We have to save the rest of this conversation for the relationship.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. We keep going into relationships though.
I guess that's natural.
Part of the rambling.
Yeah. That's okay. It's cool.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And then we
Just
also
cliffhangers.
repeat ourselves all the time.
Cliffhanger after cliffhanger after cliffhanger. We're gonna hang you on every
We're like, I
cliff.
can't wait till to get back to this subject.
I'm gonna write it down in my book.
Our one fan. No, can't wait till they get back to this subject.
I miss us sitting around talking because we always get into these like go all over the place. Make fun of ourselves. It's great. We've been doing this since the day we met.
Yeah, I remember I just remember, I can't remember what you were doing, but you were trying to do different things, and I remember I said something to you, and you were like, "At least I have dreams." And we were at work, and I was like, "What the?" You yelled at me for something. I can't even remember.
I don't remember.
You yelled, but you still have dreams. It's good.
Wait, there was a conversation between me and you.
Yeah, but I can't remember what I said.
Oh, you were probably something rude.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because you
keep coming back for more, so
inconsiderate.
I keep coming back for more.
I don't know. I guess because I just love your stupid ass.
So I told my boss the other day. She was just like, "Gosh," she's like, "You're such a bitch." I was like, "And here you are. You keep coming back for more. What are you doing here? Go back in your office."
You made me think of something, but I can't say it because like the whole thought's not there yet.
Okay. You better say it before the rest goes away. How do you know it's uploading?
I can't even make a word yet.
I can't even make a word. It's a thought that's just there. You see a picture and you can't.
I'm surprised I haven't clipped
I know. I was really surprised too. Whenever you were starting to get hyper and yell, I was like waiting for it to turn red.
What was I talking about? The truck? No. What was it? Oh, Bambina decided to come see us. Aw.
It's like, what are they
That's
laughing
my
about?
dog. She's a bull and English Mastiff mix, and she's wonderful. Do you have to go out? She's like, podcast is over.
Yeah, she knows.
Why not? Yeah, you do know. Well, yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah.
Let's end on a nice laugh.
It was almost an hour, and then there'd be time for ads, your sponsors and
Yeah.
stuff. You have 8 minutes.
There we go. You know what? I like it raw. Like uncut.
Oh God, I don't even know. This might get us in trouble.
I need to stop this. Are we done? Are you done?
Yeah, we're done.
Is there
I was
anything
just
else
thinking.
you
No,
have
I
to
was
say?
thinking if we keep doing this stuff, we might get in trouble. We're oversharing.
Like that. Never mind. I'm good. I'll wait.
I know Henry can't do so much of Hong Kong Henry Zabrowski anymore because of racial issues. He used to
Who is
pretend
this?
on last podcast that I listened to.
What can he not do?
Hong Kong Henry Zabrowski, because he's Henry, but he likes to pretend to be Asian, which is very offensive because he's Polish. He can't do that. No.
You can't do that.
No,
No,
he can't.
I don't like this world. This
No,
is another
you
podcast.
can't have fun,
I
even
don't
if
like
you don't
this
mean it to
world.
be offensive.
People can make fun of white people all the time.
I can make fun of everybody.
I can make fun of everyone too. I'll make fun of me.
They'll be like, "Who do you think you are, making fun of everybody?"
Yeah, right. Like we all deserve to be made fun of equally.
Equally,
Right? That's only fair.
Yeah.
Like equally. Yeah. Like bring it on, man.
So
bring it on.
also before whenever you edit these or whenever you listen, I guess if we talk about anything sensitive, you have to give a warning at the beginning of episodes.
I'll just put the warning on every episode. There may be some content you might not like. And
Yeah.
if you don't, please turn off this episode at that time. And if you do, and you can handle it, and you got a little set of balls,
Yeah.
then keep listening.
If you can't handle it, just put your taco in the leftover bowl, put it in the fridge, and come back later.
If you don't want to taco about
Yeah.
it,
I'll get the taco pun someday.
talk about it. All right.
All right.
All right. See ya. Don't be a taco.